So I think that we currently live in the best timeline the welterweight division has ever seen. I mean, when I grow up and be a big old firefighter like I want to, I'm going to tell my future children, I'm going to be like, man, you may have, unlimited health care and you may have utopian society and all that, right? But I lived during the time of the prime welterweight division. But as of right now, there's only one ranked matchup in the welterweight division booked. All of the welterweights have fought recently, excluding my boy Shavkat. Everybody else has been super active, has had fights. I guess Colby hasn't either. But today we're going to be matchmaking the entire UFC welterweight division. It's the best division in the UFC right now. I think we can all agree on that. So let's get straight into this, man. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Let's get into it, all right? Starting with the champion, Islam Makhachev. Now, Islam Makhachev went out there, had the first boring performance of his entire career against Jack Della Maddalena. Went out there, just took down Jack Della Maddalena at will, did whatever he wanted to him. And there are a bunch of people knocking on the door to the title to fight Islam Makhachev. You got people like Shavkat Rakhmonov, who's coming off the win over Ian Gary. You got Michael Morales, who's undefeated, who just knocked out Shawn Brady. You have Carlos Prates, who just knocked out former champion Leon Edwards. But out of all the people that should fight for the title, I think that there is nobody more deserving than Ian Machado Gary, man. I hate to say it. I hate Ian Gary from the bottom of my soul. I think he's annoying. I think he's obnoxious. But the guy knows how to fucking fight, okay? This guy knows how to scrap. He beat Carlos Prates, who's in the top 5, and he beat Belal Muhammad, who's in the top 5. You have to give him a title shot after that. His only loss is to Shavkat Rakhmonov on short notice. I defeated Shavkat. Yeah, I'm the reason Shavkat's not fighting anymore. It's me. I'm the reason that he's got his leg. Nobody else. There's no other reason. I'm the greatest. Like, dude, just shut the fuck up. I hate you, bro. I legitimately hate Ian Gary. But it's undeniable, man. Like, we can't keep doing, like, people that want to see Ilya Topuria fight for the fucking belt. Like, I'm sorry, bro, but we need to have Ilya defend his title just once at lightweight before we can even talk about him moving up, bro. Because as much as I think the Islam versus Ilya fight has sailed, man. I think we have to be realists. And I just want to see the best welterweight, who I think is Ian Gary, fight the champion of welterweight, which is Islam Makhachev. So is that so hard to get the number one contender to fight the champion? I think Ian Gary, maybe JDM will still be ranked higher than Ian Gary by the time that this video comes out, but I think Ian Gary is the best contender Islam Makhachev has. So let's see Ian Gary versus Islam Makhachev, all right? The next fight we need to talk about is for Jack Della Maddalena. JDM, he had a very lackluster performance in his last fight. Obviously, he fought Islam Makhachev, got completely grapple fucked in every single way, taken down anytime he got shot, couldn't get up after he got taken down, got beat up on the ground. He also got beat up on the feet as well by Islam Makhachev. So it was a bad night for Jack Della Maddalena and his assortment of fans. But who do I think JDM should fight next? When he comes back, I think he should fight Shavkat Rakhmonov, okay? And listen, I'm the biggest Shavkat glazer on the planet, man. I love Shavkat Rakhmonov. He has aura, bro. He's the dark horse of this division. Nobody's talking about it. But I think he has the best chance to beat Islam. But he has been out for at least, I think it's been like 15 months he's been injured. He has to fight again. I'm sorry. Yeah, he earned the title shot against Belal, and that's all good and dandy, bro. But at the end of the fucking day, you didn't fight Belal, and you've been out the whole time since then, man. And so we can't just sit here and be like, oh yeah, man, Shavkat really deserves the fight for the title next, because it's like he hasn't fought, man. We have to be realists about this. He needs to fight another guy. I think JDM showed that he lacked a bunch of grappling skills in his last fight, and he needs to kind of prove that he can beat a grappler. Now, Shavkat is not a grappler. He is a striker, but he is good at mixing it in. He is good with his clinch game. He is good at pushing his weight against other people. and using that to his advantage to get takedowns. He doesn't shoot takedowns out in the open like Islam Makhachev got on JDM. So I think that this is a fair fight for both guys. I think it's a good bounce back fight for JDM if he can win it. I think it's a good comeback fight for Shavkat if he can get the W. So let's see Shavkat versus JDM. I'd like to see that at the beginning of the year. JDM didn't take that many, really didn't take that many. I don't actually think that's Ian Gary's son. I don't think he took that many fucking injuries against Islam in that fight. It was a pretty, Islam wasn't, throwing bombs on him. Maybe his leg got injured because he was hammering that leg kick, but I think JDM should be able to relatively get back in there soon, and I think Shavkat's looking to re-enter early 2026, so I think it makes sense timeline-wise, all right? The next fight we need to talk about is for Michael Morales, who's coming off that win over Shawn Brady. Brutal first-round knockout. Who does that to Shawn Brady? Who does that to Shawn Brady? Yeah, bro, let's be honest, bro. I think if you're a better striker than Shawn Brady and you can keep him on the feet, you're going to win. I think we've figured out how to defeat Shawn Brady. Shawn Brady's still a good win, obviously, but I don't think it's as good of a win as beating Belal. I don't think it's a better win than I think it's a good win, don't get me wrong. I just think that Ian Gary's win over Belal and his win over Carlos Prates are better wins, okay? Let's be real. This is a great fight. Two enormous welterweights. I think Michael Morales is the biggest welterweight I've ever seen. That dude looks like he's 6'5" in the cage. I have no idea how he makes 170 pounds. This guy is a freak of nature, literally and physically. If you've seen the videos, you know what I'm talking about. This guy's like the Peyton Talbot reincarnation, but I think that I think Michael Morales versus Carlos Prates, it's just a match made in heaven, man. They're both power bomb hitters. I think Prates is like the Pereira of fucking welterweight, where it's like he has one hit knockout power that can fucking snap anyone off. Morales has that same power, but his is more thud, and it's more like Ngannou, where he's just kind of throwing wild. He doesn't have as good as technique as Prates, I don't think, but I do think that he probably has a better ground game than Prates, who has struggled against Ian Gary and Leon on the ground. And, dude, he put out that Leon knockout was fucking nasty, bro. That was one of the best knockouts of the year. And the Jeff Neal knockout. He's got two of the best knockouts of the year on his resume. We all love CP. CP supremacy. So, let's see Michael Morales versus CP. This can be a number one contender fight as well. Obviously, if Shavkat beats JDM, I think Shavkat would probably get the title shot over the other two guys. Just because... I guess Michael Morales is also undefeated. It just depends on who would win better, but I think Shavkat has deserved a title shot in the past, and I think he just needs to get another one to get it done. But this can be a number one contender fight for sure. So either fight can be a number one contender fight. Let's talk about the next guy in the division, Belal. It's like Epstein's Island. We're on Epstein's Island without the sex, bro. Epstein's Island. We're going to go to Epstein's Island. Listen, I like Belal Muhammad, bro, but I think the welterweight title curse is real. When you lose the welterweight belt, when Woodley lost the welterweight belt, he went on a terrible losing streak. When Usman lost the welterweight belt, he went on a terrible losing streak. When Leon lost, he's on a terrible losing streak. Hopefully, now Belal's on a 2-fight losing streak. JDM, maybe he'll fight Shavkat, he'll be next. But let's keep it a stack, man. Kamaru Usman, I know you can talk, this guy's been calling for the fucking title shot. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve the title. Tell me how Kamaru Usman deserves the title shot. If you are not just some fucking casual that wants to see the super fight for Islam Makhachev, wants to see Islam Makhachev add the name of Usman to his legacy, I see people saying that this is the easiest match. There's only one guy that can handle Makhachev's wrestling, and that's Usman. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? When this fight is on the feet, which it will be, because why would Islam shoot takedowns on Usman when he has a clear advantage on the feet? When this fight is on the feet, Islam Makhachev is going to have such a crazy speed advantage over Kamaru Usman. He would knock out Kamaru Usman in the first round. Usman, I'm sorry, bro, but you're not in the title picture at all. You're not. You're just not. You're 1-3 in your last 4. You lost to Leon Edwards twice. Leon Edwards is fucking dog shit. Prates is ahead of you. Morales is ahead of you. JDM, hate to say it, even his loss to Islam, he's ahead of fucking Usman, bro. JDM has a better chance if he beats Shavkat or if he beats Prates or if he beats Morales in his next fight, or even if he fights someone like Ian Gary. JDM is in title contention faster than fucking Kamaru Usman is, bro. Shavkat has a better claim to the fucking title shot. Gary has a better claim to the title shot. Kamaru Usman, you haven't done anything. You have literally not done a single fucking thing except go on your podcast with Henry Cejudo and cry when Belal Muhammad came onto the podcast. I heard Belal Muhammad made Kamaru Usman cry on the podcast. Why not settle the beef, bro? This is a great legacy fight for both guys. Both guys are former champions. They're kind of looking like they're a bit washed. Like Belal's not able to get his takedowns in his last two fights. Usman's looking like fucking cardboard on the feet, bro. I mean, you lose to Leon Edwards twice, you have to be kind of washed, right? Like, let's keep it like if you lose to Leon Edwards twice, you have to be kind of washed. Let's keep it real. I'm coming all night long. Kamaru Usman, baby. But dude, Usman's not anywhere near the title, bro. I'm tired of, like, I'm sure his manager Ali Abdelaziz would love to cash 2 title fight checks. It's not going to happen, bro. Maybe, like, let's let him be the backup fighter and, you know, maybe Shavkat or Ian Gary doesn't make weight. Oh, Kamaru Usman stepping in on short notice again to fight Islam. Like, we could do a backup title. Like, maybe you could be the backup fighter and we can see you at the fucking press conference, bro. But you need to win another fight before we even think about you sniffing a fucking title shot. So, hate to do that to you, Usman, but not really, because you've kind of just been bitchy lately. So, let's see Kamaru Usman versus Belal Muhammad. It makes sense for both guys. They're both former champions. Usman, you need to get another win. Next guy we need to talk about is Shawn Brady, who's coming off of that loss against Michael Morales where he got knocked out. W game plan from Shawn Brady in his last fight. Like, honestly, not shooting a single take. He shot one takedown after he got rocked, I guess. But, like, you need to go, like, someone like Shawn Brady needs to have a similar style to Chimaev, where you're just going out there shooting a double leg off the rip. Like, you need to be overpowering these people, getting them to the mat and using your grappling immediately. Don't even entertain the striking against someone like Michael Morales, who has a whole foot height advantage on you, bro. It doesn't make any sense. But who do I think Shawn Brady should fight next? I think that Joaquin Buckley is a very clear fight to make for him. Buckley, he's coming off of a loss to Kamaru Usman. He did very good in that 5th round. And besides that, he's beaten only unks of the division, like Wonderboy and Colby. And I'm pretty sure he beat another unk as well. Who was the other unk? Was it Luque? It was Luque. He beat Luque and he beat Ruzi Boyev. The point I'm trying to make here is that they're both coming off of losses to people that are in the top 5. Kamaru Usman is in the top 5. Michael Morales is now in the top 5. They both are coming off of losses in the top 5 after they had really good win streaks of their own. I think that they should fight each other. I think it makes sense. And they both need to test each other's weaknesses as well. What do I mean by that? Shawn Brady, he has a weakness against good boxers, good strikers. And Buckley is a great striker and a great boxer. He's going to be super explosive. He has the knockout power to put Brady away easily. Like, on the other hand, Buckley really struggled against the grappling of Kamaru Usman, and Brady himself is a great grappler. So they can both test each other's weaknesses. It's a very interesting matchup stylistically, in my opinion. And so let's see Tyler the Destroyer, Conor McGregor, I want to fight you, versus Shawn Brady. All right, let's see it, bro. Next fight we need to talk about. The headshot dead on me, bruv. They fucking headshot dead on me. What? The headshot dead on me, bruv. Leon Rocky Edwards. I think I'm gonna say this, man. When Leon Edwards head kicked Kamaru Usman, I was happy, bro. I was happy. I think we all cheered, bro, because we were just tired of the Usman title reign. We were tired of the fucking, like, you know, the fits at the press conferences and Usman just being Usman. And then once we got the Leon Edwards title run, we started preying on this dude's fucking downfall. And understandably so. I'm not gonna lie, I do feel bad for I feel bad for Leon Edwards. He's been embarrassed in his last couple of fights. He got dropped on his bald spot by Belal Muhammad. Then he got destroyed by Shawn Brady on the ground. And that's not aging very well. And now he got brutally flatlined by Carlos Prates. And you know what's funny about that whole Prates knockout is Leon was like, Carlos Prates was telling Leon, yeah, bro, you're washed as fuck. You don't even give a fuck. I'm just going to knock you out. And he literally did it to him. I felt so bad for Leon, bro. But I think that Leon, he should fight Gabriel Bonfim. I've heard some people say about Masvidal coming back. Like, I've heard people talking about Jorge Masvidal making a return to the UFC. He literally has like a beer belly. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, bro. And if he does, I guess that could be like a pity win for Leon Edwards. But I'm going to try to keep it realistic in this video. I think we'll see Leon Edwards fight Gabriel Bonfim, who just came off of a win over Randy Brown where he knocked him out brutally. And Wonderboy. Randy Brown was ranked 15. I'm pretty sure Wonderboy was ranked like 14 to 13. So that's 2 ranked wins. He deserves to fight up into the rankings. This guy he's got the wrestling, the grappling, the striking. He has it all, bro. This guy, I was hating on him a little too hard because I did think that Wonderboy may have beat him. But at the same time, he still won the fight in the end, bro. So, Gabriel Bonfim, he deserves a shot up into the rankings. Leon Edwards, just fucking, like, I don't know if he can beat, I don't think he'll win another fight in the UFC. I think he's going to go on like a Tony-esque downfall. We'll call him Leon has died. Yeah, man, I think Leon's cooked. So, let's talk about the next guy, Gilbert Dorito Burns. Yeah, we got the Dorito right here. Who do I think he should fight next? Meow. Pow. Greetings, nerds and virgins. I'm here. Yeah, we got fucking Dorito, man. We call him Wash Dorito or my house, man. We got Colby Covington versus Dorito. The thing about Dorito and Colby, man, washed off, bro. You can hear, you light my fire, you light my... Like the Kevin Garnett, he's coming out. Like, this is what we need, man. This is like a legacy matchup. Both guys were in the top 5 of welterweight at one point back in the 2021 era. Brings a fucking tear to my eye talking about that, man. But I think that this fight makes sense for both guys. I saw Colby on Twitter the other day talking about who he wants to call out. He's literally like, oh yeah, man, my dream matchups, they're Luque, Gilbert Burns, Jeff Neal, and Wonderboy. He's just calling out all the other washed unks in the fucking division, hoping he can catch a W. He got the undeserved title shot against Leon. I don't think Colby's really taken his career seriously, man. Like, I just don't think... He thought that he could step in on short notice and fight Gary, but then he ended up fighting Buckley instead. He kind of got tricked into fighting an up-and-comer when he didn't want to. Sip of water. But, yeah, man, both guys are washed. Both guys have been chinned in the past. Both guys are grapplers. I think this would be a delight to see. I would like to see Gilbert Burns catch a W, man. I'm tired of Colby just hogging up a spot in this division. He doesn't deserve it, man. Like, he's still ranked higher than Burns, even though Burns has actually been fighting people, versus Colby is just sitting around on his ass doing nothing. So, I'd like to see Dorito fight Colby Covington. Let's get on to the next one. We got Jeff Neal, Hands of Steel. Brutally flatlined with the spinning elbow of Carlos Prates in his last fight. Guess he caught the W over RDA, but who doesn't these days, RDA? He might need to hang it up. And besides that, he lost to Shavkat, lost to Ian Gary. I'm pretty sure he lost to someone else as well. Jeff Neal, he's been on the decline. He needs to fight down. I think he should fight Mike Malott, who did get kicked out of the rankings after Islam Makhachev got added to the division. So he's really ranked at number 16 right now. He needs to fight up. He's on a 2-fight win streak right now. Just beat Kevin Holland. There was a nut shot moment, so maybe Kevin Holland was milking the nut shot a little bit. But I still think that this is a fun matchup either way because it's a winnable matchup for Jeff Neal. You know, like, I've seen Jeff Neal take on these fucking up-and-coming killers. Mike Malott's not a killer, man. He's just a normal guy. He's just a normal lad who decided to start fighting, bro. He's just like a frat guy. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Neal, he's got the, I'm pretty sure he worked at Texas Roadhouse. Is that right? we can get the Texas Roadhouse special and put it on Mike Malott. Belt the ass on Mike Malott. Show the white boy what up. I'm just kidding, but Mike Malott, he hasn't looked super, super impressive like these other people that Jeff Neal's fighting. You know what I mean? Like Jeff Neal has been fighting Shavkat, who has all finishes as an undefeated fighter. This guy got TKO'd by Neil Magny. So this isn't a completely unwinnable fight for Jeff Neal, but it's a winnable fight for Mike Malott as well, who does have the Canadian fan base behind him. So I think this would be a good fight to make, but let's see it. Next fighter we need to talk about is Daniel Rodriguez. And I don't know if you guys have been following the Daniel Rodriguez lore, but I don't think we're ever going to see D-Rod fight again. So I'm reluctant to even match him up with somebody, but rumor has it that D-Rod is going to be rotting in a Mexican prison for the rest of his life. Not going to get into why because I don't want to get sued in case I'm wrong, but let's just say the cartel may be involved. Okay, but Daniel Rodriguez, I don't think we're going to see him fight again, but if we do, I'd like to see him fight Yoel Alvarez. D-Rod, he's on a nice little win streak. He just beat Kevin Holland by decision. I actually watched that fight in person in New Orleans. It was a banger live. I thought maybe Holland could have won, but D-Rod did drop him at the end of the third. Obviously, you got to give the third round to D-Rod. Yoel Alvarez, he just came off of that win over Vicente Luque. That's not really like beating Luque in 2025. Like I know Luque is only 33 years old and it's kind of crazy to call him wash. But ever since that fight with Jeff Neal where he got the brain blade, he's not been the same. He's just like a completely regressed, slowed version of himself. And honestly, he kind of quit in the Buckley fight and he kind of quit in the Alvarez fight. I hate to say that he's a quitter because we've seen him go through so many wars. But he has been doing the Anthony Smith a little bit lately, man. Like, let's keep it 100. So I think this would be a nice little test for Yoel Alvarez, who was on the verge of getting ranked at lightweight. And so if he moves up a weight class, fights Vicente Luque, who's just right outside of the rankings at welterweight, he should be looking to get a ranked opponent in his next fight. So let's see Vicente Luque. Whoa. Luque's not matched up in this one. Maybe we could do Luque versus like a Jeremiah Wells or something. But I'm not matchmaking like the super unranked people. I'm only matchmaking people who I think should be getting name value fights or ranked fights. So I just said Vicente Luque again. Yoel Alvarez versus D-Rod, bro. Let's see it. Next fighter we need to talk about, Steven Wonderboy Thompson, the Karate Kid. Man, honestly, he might not be as washed as we think, bro. Like, yeah, when we see Wonderboy fight, he has that gray in his hair, and yeah, he sucks at stuffing takedowns, bro. But when you actually look at his fights, he could have beaten Bonfim, who just slept Randy Brown out. And he could have he was beating Buckley. One of the judges had it 2-0 Wonderboy going into the third round. So he was up 2-0 against Buckley before he got knocked out. Beat Kevin Holland, that's not really worth anything these days, but like Wonderboy has still been having good performances, man. Like, let's keep it real. He's not as washed as we think. I think he should fight Renat Fakhradinov, man. I think Renat Fakhradinov versus Wonderboy is a super competitive fight. Fakhradinov coming off of that win over, he beat Carlos Leal, I'm pretty sure. Was it Leal or Gustafsson? He beat Leal, Gustafsson, and Brian Battle. And so I think that he deserves to get someone that's going to get him ranked if he wins. So let's see Wonderboy versus Renat Fakhradinov. Final matchup. Talked about this in my other video. Who do I think my GOAT, Mikti Bekorobai, should fight next? He was also on the verge of the rankings at lightweight before he left the division. Jack Hermansson, he was just outside the top 20 at middleweight. Just knocked him out cold. I don't think it's that good of a win because I think Hermansson should retire. But Orobai is supposed to do that to someone like Jack Hermansson. I think he should fight Kevin Holland, man. This guy thinks he's fucking Deadpool. You're not Deadpool, bro. You're just Kevin Holland. It's not cool to not look like, Prates is who you think you are. You see what I'm saying? Like, Prates is doing the nonchalant talking shit in the cage act. That's who Kevin Holland thinks he is, bro. But you're not. You're Kevin Holland. I think Kevin Holland versus Mikti Bekorobai, easy fight to make. And I was going to matchmake Neil Magny, but right before this video started, he just got a fight announced with some random Bellator guy. I'm not even going to try to fake hardcore and pretend like I know who this guy is, but I do know that he was a Bellator champion, and I do know that he lost to Jason Jackson. That's all I really know about him. But yeah, Neil Magny, he did get matched up, so whoever will win that will probably be 15. So that will do it for the video. If you like the video, like, subscribe, comment, do all that YouTube shit. I'm recording this at 12 o'clock a.m. at night, so sorry I wasn't as energetic as I usually am, but thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.